Throw it down, big man.
Welcome everybody back to the Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. I am your host, Greg Rufus. Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, I had to bring my girl, Raven Moore, back to talk about the amazing Summerslam 2 night spectacular. Of course, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. There's a lot of ugly in this SummerSlam, but we're going to preview that first and also talk about Ravens' beloved Baltimore Ravens and preview the AFC North this year. A lot of excitement is in the air. Football is just right around the corner. Preseason week 1 starts tonight as we're recording. Just great vibes going on. So we're going to preview that division, give you our best offense, defensive players, best coach, and of course, the most important thing, who's going to win the division. So we're going to break all that down right now. So well, let's just start with the ESPN the other day made some. ESPN had a day yesterday. Like for those who don't know, they bought the NFL Network, the NFL Red Zone. They bought the WWE. Like they're merging with WWE. So we're gonna talk about that as well. But Raven, start with SummerSlam. What an amazing SummerSlam. Start with Saturday night. What was your good thing that you saw on Saturday night?
So night 2 was amazing for sure. Definitely spectacle. Night 1, it wasn't bad by any means, but it was just kind of, but in terms of what was good from night 1, I think what I will say was the pacing of the show was really, really good. Like it felt like, because what started at 5 and I was over like 8:30, something like that. It went pretty fast, which, I guess with the big 4 pay-per-views, you just kind of expect them to last a little bit longer. So that was interesting. But the good, I mean, sorry, CM Punk's fans, but the biggest good of the night to me was Seth Rollins coming in and cashing in. Just because you and I talked about it previously, like I legitimately thought he was hurt. I think a lot of people did. He sold the hell out of it. And so for him to be able to come back, I'm excited to see what this latest iteration of Seth Rollins as World Heavyweight Champion is going to look like. Obviously, CM Punk is going to want to get his lick back. LA Knight, he feels entitled to getting his lick back against Seth as well, too. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for this group. But yeah, that's probably my best moment of the night. I would also throw a nod to obviously Roman and Jay. That was a pretty good match as well. Roman, sacrificed himself for his cousin, something that a year or two ago we could have never fathomed because he was a tribal chief. Like, y'all doing everything for me, not the other way around. So that was really good. And then last, I would go Alexa and Charlotte taking over, because they had that moment when Alexa accidentally punches Charlotte and everybody's like expecting Charlotte to do what she does. She turns like, you hit me, you do me wrong, I'm gonna get you back tenfold. She didn't do that. Then I win the tag title. So those probably be my 3 the highlights of the night.
I would agree with you. I would say Alexa and Charlotte would be my number one. The fact that they somehow Charlotte can reinvent herself. She's not just the queen no more. Now she has to be like she has a sidekick with her now. So seeing Charlotte in a tag team type of it's gonna be interesting. And especially her and Alexa, like they are so black and white. Like it's just like they are completely bipolar on each other. That's gonna be interesting how they work together. So I think that's a really cool storyline. I thought, the Raquel, maybe I felt like it was too quick to give up the titles, but it's like
I agree.
Did you agree that you felt like it was too quick, or
like I agree. I think that because I told you, like my biggest reason for picking Raquel and Roxanne was I think they wanted to continue to build up that continuity with one another, build up that relationship. So when Liv gets back, it's like, damn. So Raquel, my tag team partner, isn't with me no more. Dom is letting Roxanne kind of flirt with him. Finn already was kind of out to get me. And so just create more skeleton and more of a riff with the Judgment Day. I'm not mad at it though. You can still do it without the titles, but I just thought that they would have lasted more than 2 defenses.
Right. And then they tried to, they had the rematch the night after on Raw. And I mean, something's gonna happen. I think Liv coming back might shake some stuff up there with them and Raquel. So it's just interesting that that long, like it was just
Right.
here, gone. So
Yeah.
that was interesting. Of course, you mentioned uh CM Punk, Matt, like it was a feel good moment, and
Yeah.
I it was such a feel good moment. Like CM Punk's been through a lot, and of course Seth Rollins cashing in the crutch, throwing the crutch down, like oh, oh,
No,
like
I'm okay.
that was such a holy moment.
Mhm.
I'm starting to think that that Triple H doesn't like CM Punk. I'm starting to really like. He respects him. I just don't think he likes him.
I
So
mean, I'm just a believer in karma. And if he would have left Drew alone last year, this wouldn't have happened. If he would let Drew have his moment, he's coming off the high, won the World Heavyweight Championship for the first few years. He's excited. Let him have his moment, and you ruined it for him. Karma. It's karma.
for 5 minutes, he was champion
He
for
held it longer than
5 minutes.
Drew did.
Like, I don't know what Triple H has against CM Punk, but come on, man. Like
I don't want to
there
hear
needs to be
it.
a
I don't want
documentary.
to hear it. Karma.
There
Leave
needs,
Drew alone. This wouldn't happen.
there needs to be a documentary. Triple H and CM Punk, the ins and outs inside their mind. Something like it's
It
just
could be a few
crazy.
documentaries about CM Punk and the people who have issues with him.
Right.
Be with him.
Right. It was just crazy, and so that moment as well. I'm also gonna say Sami Zayn and Cross match. Sammy had opportunity to go
Yeah.
fast. It's like he had opportunity. It was right there. He didn't do it. It's interesting. I feel like that's gonna be a play for the rest of the year. Like Sammy, is he trying to go dark? Maybe. I don't know.
I wouldn't be mad at it just because it's something different. I
Right.
just I'll say it like this. Like I thought Karrion should have won the match if you're trying to continue to build him up. Now I know there's reports that his contract is set to expire and blah blah blah. So if he's leaving, it makes sense why you have him lose. But it's like he's still just a loser. Like he has so much momentum and so much like fanfare, and it's like WWE didn't capitalize on it. I'm not one to really criticize how Triple H has done things since he's taken over. Obviously, nobody's perfect. There's some booking decisions I don't agree with, but if they manage to bring back Karrion and Scarlett, I'm gonna be very confused because it's like you had a chance to really push him and you had a chance to kind of ride that wave that he's established for himself for the past few months, and you didn't do it. And so that'll be interesting to me. But yeah, like the Sammy component of like, is he gonna? Because I don't know if you watch Raw, but he was like, one day I'm gonna be World Heavyweight Champion. I'm gonna do it my way. What is your way, Sammy? Like, because if your way is just being nice, it hasn't really worked that way. So I'm excited to see how that aspect goes of it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And like you mentioned, Roman Reigns, Roman and them starting the show was interesting. I didn't think they would start to be the first match of Saturday
I
night.
didn't think so either, but obviously Punk and Gunther were gonna main event. And so it's like then it take a little minute to get Jay up there to do his little entrance. So I get why you start the show with that energy, get everybody hyped. Cause I don't know if you noticed when you got in the ring, cause like I'm tired as hell.
Right.
Like coming all the way down there. So yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but it made sense. It made sense. I needed more spears, but other than that, the match was fine.
Oh no, we hit that under so bad. Like it wasn't that many speed. If we would have lost our money if we would have
It
took the
was
under.
3 spears. Three.
That's wow. Roman going off the top road. I'm like, who does he think he is?
He
Like,
almost killed himself. I forgot about that till you just mentioned it. Like, I understand it's SummerSlam. You're the opening match. You want to do something special. You are about to kill yourself because if he was this close to not turning his neck right and then
oof,
breaking his neck. I'm happy he didn't, but I hope this goes to show Roman, don't do that no more. That's
no.
not your game, and that's okay. You are great at many other things. This just ain't one of them.
He won't be back to no summer Survivor Series anyway. So
I don't know, because I saw he was advertised for SmackDown. I mean, not SmackDown, Raw, or whatever day of the week is. I think on the 18th. So he could be. He might.
okay.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be around, but I could see him doing at least a couple more appearances just
Okay.
to screw with Seth.
Yeah. But take a little high. I thought so, but that was interesting. Roman going off the top rope. That was very, very, very interesting. So the bad, I think we can agree what the bad was. Jelly Roll. Can we?
That wasn't half bad. If anything, my bad was the Jade and Tiffany match, not because it was a bad match, but it's because it felt so short. It felt kind of rushed. And when you have two of the most athletic women in the business in the ring together, there's so much you can do. We saw some really good moments, but it just felt like it just ended so abruptly. And so that'd probably be my bad if I had to give it one. But Jelly Roll's match was kind of as you'd expect. Like this is a guy who's first time really in the ring. Ring shape is different. It's a big stage, and they did the spot of, oh, Jelly Roll is hurt. Like he got, what was that? Frog splash through the table. And I bet that did hurt like hell. And then he ends up coming back trying to help Randy. I like the swerve at the end where Drew and Logan won, just because it felt like usually when you get one of these, outside stars coming in, they typically win their matches. But I like that they did the swerve at the end. But yeah, that match was fine. I mean, I don't have really like too many critiques of it.
I guess so. I mean, but going back to Jada and Tiffany, like, do they need to like work on their wrestling? Because it feels like they were very vanilla in their approach, like their philosophy in the match. Like it was very not like the one Sunday, the triple threat match was awesome. The women's
Oh
triple
yeah,
threat
but
match.
I mean, you got to think of the experience levels of the women in it. You got Rhea, who's been doing it for what feels like forever. Io's been doing it for a long time, both in the States and in Japan. And then you got Naomi, who's been with the company for
Ever.
over a decade.
Mm-hmm. So you
So I
would
think
get a
that plays
good
well.
match.
And plus, they're just better overall wrestlers than Tiffany and Jade.
They're strong though. Jade is
Yeah, they're
strong.
strong, like very athletic. Like there were some cool moments. I just wish they would have built on it more instead of just, all right, that's it. Like it felt really short.
And Tiffany used to be a
Gymnast.
gymnast. Okay,
Yeah.
she was an NCAA. She was, very
Hmm.
good. That could have made it the Olympics. I think I want to say somebody told me that, but yeah. So yeah, that match was kind of. But I had Tiffany winning. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had.
Oh no, it's not hurting my feelings.
I mean, but yeah. But the Saturday night was good. Cardi B opening up her little 1 minute intro. Yeah.
And she was reading the teleprompter the whole time.
Can't
And
re-
it
I'm
didn't
like,
show up at all night too. So I was like, what was the point of this? Spoiler alert, there wasn't one. It's just she's from the area and Cardi B's name attached to it makes people care a little more, I guess.
and she has a song that's part of the thing. It was a deal. It was a hey, I'm here for one night. I'm out. So type
But
of
that's
thing.
the funny thing. Like a weekend song has been the song for WrestleMania for years. Like just pick one. They just shuffle it and said that works. He's never showed up at WrestleMania. So it's just interesting, like the celebrities they bring in
Mm-hmm.
and why they do it. Again, very happy. Speaking of celebrities, I'm happy if I never see Travis Scott in a WWE ring again.
Paul Heyman kind of alluded to that. He's like, I don't think he's gonna come back. Like I was like,
That's for the
oh.
best. That's for the best.
For the best.
Some people
That's
don't need to be in this space. Some people are better off elsewhere. He's one of those people.
one of those people. So yeah, Saturday night was awesome. Sunday, kind of predictable, except for the last event of the evening. But
Yeah.
my good, the John Cena and Cody Rhodes match was probably one of the top 5 matches I've ever seen in my life. It was like it was, and I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. It was 30 minutes. No, it was probably 35 minutes. You don't know what direction it was gonna go. Usually when you watch a match, well, I watch a match, you're
Mhm.
probably thinking, okay, so and so got it. I didn't know what to expect from this. It was so question mark, question mark, question mark. It delivered. It delivered. I'm not gonna get to the ending of it, but that match, the John Cena, he gave it everything, everything, and Cody Rhodes gave it everything. Like it was just a clash of titans, like Rock and when I think about great match, I think about Rock and Hulk Hogan. I think about
That
Stone
was not a
Cold.
great match. We are not going to sit here for the
It
propaganda
was.
that was a good match. That match
Now
was
explain.
terrible.
Now I'm gonna let you have it. Why you don't think it was?
That match is terrible. They spend the first 10 minutes looking at each other and then it's not a good match. We're not iconic match.
Yes.
Sure, because they're icons of their era. But I will never sit for the propaganda that is an actual good match.
It's a classic match. We're gonna be talking about this match archives. Like this is a great match, Raven.
Now, if you Cody and John, legitimately a good match. Absolutely. I hear you. Wouldn't say top 5 matches of all time, but I would say that it's one of John's, arguably his best match in the past like 5-6 years. Yeah, I will give you that. But please don't disrespect if I said that it's, oh my gosh,
Hogan. It's top 5.
That might be my least favorite. That match is not good. It's not a good match. Iconic. You can be iconic and not good. That match is the textbook definition of that match is terrible. And I get it. You know, Hulk Hogan just died and people want to hype him up. He was not a good wrestler, okay? Especially, when was that match? 2000, what was that? 2, 3?
Yeah, rocking. Yeah, 2002.
Yeah, terrible match. Terrible match. Rock was on his way to Hollywood. His heart wanted it to know. No. Not falling for that propaganda.
Do you remember the match? I think you need to go back.
Yes. I watched every WrestleMania ever in time. Took notes, graded them, picked my favorite match. That match was terrible. That is not a good match.
Now, I'm not saying it's number 1, because like Brock Lesnar and Undertaker match was like probably the best one to me. Like
of all time?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, the one he broke Undertaker's streak. That was like it was shocking. Like we were like, what?
I mean, the shock factor, okay, but like the everything.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like 40 something. It was a long match too. Very long.
Long don't always mean good. But there's plenty of matches I'm like, this can end at any time and I'd be okay. But you know what? Hey, you know, that's the beauty of wrestling. There is something for everybody. There is always going to be something that you may like that somebody else don't, and vice versa. But
I even throw in Shawn Michaels and Triple H when that was a really good match. That was the blood and the like
which one?
He crossed him when Triple H crossed him, and then
you're talking about the one at SummerSlam, the last man standing match?
Yes.
That's an iconic match. Yeah, 100%. Terrific match. Shawn Michaels' first match back after the back surgery. Can he even wrestle? Yeah, one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, no notes. I agree with that.
I know you agree with that because Shawn Michaels. I knew you would.
Not only that, but like also, believe it or not, spoiler alert, Shawn Michaels is a terrific wrestler. Shawn Michaels is that dude.
He's a terrific a seller. Like
one of the best of all time to sell. I mean, I think he's the GOAT, period.
When he double crossed. Yeah, when he double crossed, what's his name? The when he kicked him into the barbershop window.
Oh, Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
Kicked him through the Yeah.
That
was birth the real Shawn Michaels. The real Shawn Michaels, and the world is better for it. Yeah. But
that was my best thing. That match was really me and my wife never even watches wrestling. She was like, "What? Whoa!" Like
it was very back and forth. I will give you that. It was a lot of you never really knew. My best of the night, like I said, night 2 was so good. I agree it was predictable in the sense of you pretty much kind of had idea of who was going to win the matches. So I agree with that. But just overall, I'd probably say the 6-pack TLC match for the tag titles. That was a terrific match. Like you put a TLC match, you know you're gonna see your bumps and bruises, but there were just so many moments from that match that were entertaining, like surprising, like that really stood out to me. And there were throughout the night there was a lot, but just specifically from that match, it was a lot of fun. And like, because you know you can kind of get a little gimmicky when you have weapons in matches, and you can be like, oh, you're just gonna rely too much on that. And they really didn't until towards the end, like with the tables and stuff, when everybody just went through one. So that'd probably be my best of the night.
Is what's name okay? Going through that ladder, is she all right?
Like, man, listen, that right there, I wasn't expecting. And then when they cut to Montez Ford's face, that was perfection. Like, shout out to producers for that, catching his reaction, because he was just like,
yeah.
And I'm sure in his mind, it's like, if I did that to Bianca would kill me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that filed for divorce the next day.
For sure. No, she whooped his ass and then filed for divorce. For sure.
But everything, like, there was no title changes though. Was that like a how do you feel about that?
Well, yeah, we did. We got John and Cody.
I'm
not mad at it. I mean, I picked Naomi to win. Dom and AJ was a good match as well. Figure Wyatt 6 win because they just won the titles. I'm not really heartbroken about it just because, and Becky Lynch, which I got to give credit to Becky and Lyra, that was a terrific match too. Yeah, I don't have an issue as long as the matches and the storytelling is good.
Solo winning.
The Solo, I was very happy about Solo winning too. Like, I'm not, like I said, if the match is good and the storytelling is good, I won't say that the winner doesn't matter, but the winner doesn't break the match for me. Like, even if it's somebody who I didn't want to win, if the match is good enough, I don't care. Like, just let me ride. And that's how I felt about night two. I think all the matches, like, also, well, let me say it like this. There was no match that I was like, all right, kind of bored, ready for it to be over. Like, there was no match like that. All of them I was invested in. I had a good time. Yeah, so night two was terrific. Probably one of the better. I'm gonna separate night one and night two. I will put night two up there in terms of top 5, probably top 3 pay-per-views of this year so far.
Interesting. Well, it gets to my bad and ugly, and I'm just the return of Brock Lesnar. I, there was a like, what happened to this guy? Will never step foot in the WWE ever again. Like, who is that guy? Like, we need to figure out. Like, were you on to something? Was there a cahoots? Like, he coming out and like people like there's a lawsuit. He's not, even though he's not in the lawsuit. He's
His
been
name
named
was
like
mentioned
30 something times. Like he and it kind of makes sense now. Triple H said there will be no more press conferences. Now we know why. Like because
Well,
of
that's
Brock
for the best.
Lesnar's
I don't think
return.
it's necessary. I don't think they were necessary anyway. Unless you like talk to the wrestlers, that can kind of be cool, just getting those moments, but realistically, you don't need it. Um, yeah, I don't really have a bad or ugly from night two, but Brock coming back definitely was the biggest surprise. I talked about this on my podcast like a month or so ago, but like WWE at this point doesn't need anybody. Like, and so when I say that, I mean, it's not that like we don't get excited seeing Cody or Roman or Seth or CM Punk, whatever, but like life goes on if they're not on TV every week. Like the shows are still good. They're still going to sell tickets. They're still going to have their storytelling. Life moves. So Brock's been gone, what, 2, 3 years now?
2 years.
I don't think anybody was heartbroken that Brock wasn't around. Nobody was like, man, I miss Brock Lesnar. Oh, we could use Brock. Like nobody said that. And so with him coming back, I get it in the standpoint of like John Cena's last ride. This is one of his biggest rivals. But it's like, did we need this? No. I'm
Especially
not
with the
like,
whole controversy cloud going on. Like it's like you're gonna lose women fans from this WWE. They are.
I
Like,
I hate to be that person, but no, you're not. No, you're not.
please
WWE has
explain.
employed some terrible people,
Please
terrible
explain.
human beings.
I understand, but we're living in a different time, right? Like,
Even still in that different time, they have employed some questionable people.
like look
I
at the
don't
women
think,
wrestlers. Look at the women wrestlers of today. Compared, like now, back in the '90s, women wrestling was really a joke, like a flat out joke. And
yeah,
now,
no, women's wrestling is taken much more seriously now. And yeah, 100% thoughts and prayers. But in this case, I don't think that, and I don't want to speak for all female women wrestling fans because I don't, whatever. We're all different. But I don't think that this is a word so woke that they're going to buy into the cancel culture and like, oh, I'm just not gonna watch. Because if that was the case, you know how many wrestlers would be canceled and people wouldn't be watching? Like they still gonna watch. Like Jacob Fatu just said the N-word, and well, he said the song came out 10 years ago. Whatever, he said it. You're not black. You're not supposed to say it. I get you got the dreads, you got the fronts, you drink the Henny, okay, but you're still not black. But
big black girls, yeah.
yeah, all of them do. Roman, Solo, the Usos, they all got black wives. But people like were mad about it for 5 seconds, and then it's like, my boy, yeah, I mean, like everybody cool. And in the case of Brock Lesnar, like
It's a little different though.
it's not. I'm not comparing the situations. I'm just saying, like, when was the last time a WWE wrestler was successfully canceled?
Um, successfully canceled. That's a great. They
It
get
don't happen.
canceled. They get canceled, but not like
They,
for a while. No, but they do get
I
canceled.
mean, like successfully canceled, like you are booed to hell. We don't want you around. And WWE's like, all right, never mind. We're
Hulk
gonna
Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
they kept bringing Hulk back, and nobody
Well,
wanted it.
he was hated. Now let's not get it twisted. Like they did all these tributes and that was another thing too. All these tributes of Hulk Hogan was too.
Yeah, we need to stop it. But I mean, he wasn't canceled because again, you kept bringing him back. He got booed out the stadium. Every episode of Raw, you promoting that American beer, and you people keep seeing his face. That man was not canceled. He wasn't canceled. Now they may not, and they still talk about him. They say, and 30 years ago, Hulk Hogan did blankety blank blank blank, even before he passed. That man was not canceled. He wasn't canceled. Now you can tell, like wrestlers now, like this generation isn't like as excited for him. They're not going up for Hulk Hogan, but
Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green.
I hate it for Chelsea, but sometimes you just got to sit there and eat your food. Like you shouldn't have said nothing. Like, and it was funny because Tiffany Stratton was doing an interview. I think it was with Logan Paul, and Logan Paul asked her about her thoughts on Hogan. She's like, "Hey, they tried to cancel me too many times. I'm not gonna give them another reason to." And so smart, just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing because y'all could be like, I know he wasn't a great person, but no, like he was a well-known racist. He hated black people. He made it abundantly clear that he hated black people. That's why all these tributes, look at who's doing the tributes. It's mostly wrestlers from his generation or like right after. Wrestlers now, they don't want to be attached to that man. He's terrible. Well, what's terrible?
Kevin Nash loves him though, but that's another
Again,
story.
he was with them. He wrestled in that era with him.
Exactly.
So
just Chelsea Green, like she spoke for me, but it's like, it's like this is let it go, Chelsea. Like you're hot now. Just,
I mean, she's fine, but again, people got over it. Why? Because they love Chelsea Green. Like it's weird. As it was weird that she did it. It's weird that people sent her death threats. I hate that. But just overall, no. Hulk Hogan didn't get canceled. He's just everybody knows he's a terrible piece of person.
I'm worried about the fans, the women fans of WWE. I'm really like, I don't know. This Brock Lesnar thing, of course, is going to be him and John Cena. See where this goes. I'm not.
He's also not going to be around that much. Like I'd be surprised if they did anything else with him after this Cena feud.
We'll see. I'm not excited where they're going to go with this with Cena. I mean, Cena's back, so we get the. I don't know what kind of version of Cena we're getting. Maybe the happy go jolly Cena. I don't know, but
I'm ready for Cena to be done. So I don't care what version it is. I'm how many more dates we got? Wrap it up. Wrap it up, John.
I'm not gonna say all that. I think John Cena is one of the icon. He's gonna be missed. It's gonna be like when LeBron retires. Like there's gonna be a void missing. Like
I disagree because he's been missing for years and it's been fine. Like I will say this, like John Cena absolutely deserves his last ride. He deserves his last run. He's done so much for the business. He deserves it. But that don't mean I want to see it. I don't ever have to see John Cena wrestle another match. Now, again, him and Cody was good. Probably the best match he's had in probably a decade. But with that being said, I'm still so good on John. He could step. He really could have retired after losing to Cody. And we could just cut out Brock coming. He could just whirled off into the sunset. You ended it on a high note. Bye. God bless. Enjoy your movies. We'll be fine without you. WWE has been fine without John Cena.
And speaking of WWE being fine, they bought they're buying 4 premium events. So WWE and ESPN merging together. They're going to show SummerSlam, WrestleMania.
They're showing all of them.
All the main pay-per-views.
All the pay-per-views.
I thought it was like the 4 main big events.
No, because I know what you're talking about because he made a quote like, ESPN is known for doing it big. And so now with ESPN, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, what's it called? Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank is going to be bigger and better than ever. I didn't ask for that. I didn't want that. I just want to go on my one app and watch all my shows. And now I can't do that. Now I got to spend more money because I don't know if you saw the what's it called? Like the list of cable providers that if you have it, you don't have to pay extra for. Well, I use Sling for my cable and they're not listed. So that means that for an app, I might use twice a month, maybe twice. I got to pay $30 a month. That is some BS. And it's crazy because just spent $1.6 billion on it. I get it. WWE's a hot commodity. Oh, we're making money. But dang, like, this is so much money. For what? For what? Just stay on Peacock, please. I wish they would stay on Peacock.
I was gonna say, so Peacock, they must be done with Peacock then, because
which leads to my question. So, like, are they gonna move all their whole archive over to ESPN's new app? Like, I sound like a boomer, but I don't care. None of this would have happened if they kept WWE Network.
Yeah,
should have just kept WWE Network. And I'm not saying, I obviously it couldn't stay $9.99 forever, but it didn't have to be this. I just
the Netflix too. It's like Netflix didn't even go up on their prices either. Netflix is getting a lot of stuff. The boxing match coming up, Canelo and
they getting NFL games too.
NFL games too, and then ESPN is getting the NFL Network and NFL. ESPN is trying to take over. They are trying to take over. Like, they said, screw it. We're going all in. Like,
I hate it. I hate it so bad.
And it's like they're making you get the ESPN Plus app, $30 a month. Like, they are forcing everybody to get ESPN.
Listen, as long as my NFL Network still works.
And Red Zone.
I don't use Red Zone. I have Sunday Ticket, so I'm watching everybody anyway. And Sunday Ticket already took.
I love Red Zone, and my boy Scott Hansen is still gonna host. That's good, because I didn't want another host besides Scott Hansen. 8 hours. Can you? That is great. 8 hours of no commercials, like.
And that's great. I prefer the experience of, I want to see everything that I can. I want to be in the thick of it. And so Red Zone is great, but like, it mostly puts you like in the red zone. I want to see, how did we get from point A to point B? What led to this? What turned, like, that's what gets my goat. But Red Zone is great, but Sunday Ticket, I want to see everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, but ESPN, they're becoming the mogul. We gotta bow down to them, kiss the ring. You say no.
I mean, unfortunately, I'm gonna do it, because I love if there was a world where I could go to wrestling pay-per-views every month and just see them live, but that's not realistic. And so if I want to watch it, I have to pay, or I'm just gonna use somebody else's account. Somebody gonna love me enough to let me use their account. That's how that's gonna go.
I'll let you use my account, Ray.
Good looking out.
But the SummerSlam was such a incredible event. Shout out to them. 2 nights. I don't think it should be 2 nights though.
No,
I think it should be one.
No, I think the only pay-per-view, the only pay-per-view that should be 2 nights is WrestleMania, and it took me a while to come around to that. Because then you get moments like this where night 1 happens, and then night 2, in my opinion, blows it out the water. When it's like, you could have just made this one night and just maybe changed a few matches or added a couple matches. You didn't need all that. Like, I like the opportunity for wrestlers to get more TV time, more chances to be on a big show, but it's also matches of like, we didn't need this match. It
could have started at 5 o'clock. It could have started at 5 o'clock and end about 10 o'clock.
Exactly.
Get everything out. Just get everything out. Exactly. Saturday night. It could have been Saturday night.
Exactly. But money. And what they want to do, make money. And so you get more money doing 2 shows than one. So.
And you remember SummerSlam was at Nashville when Brock Lesnar tilted that was
a fun match. That was also, what was that? Usos and Street Profits, a terrific tag team match.
That was a Saturday night. It was all that Saturday night. So
that's over the last couple of years, they just progressively moved everything to Saturday nights, which again was something else I had to get used to. But now I'm like, you know what? I ain't mad at it. I'm perfectly fine.
Get out of the way of football. Well, when football starts, get out of the way of football. So.
Oh yeah, because it ain't no competition.
It ain't no competition. All right, let's get to the NFL. Your beloved Baltimore Ravens in the AFC North. We're going to preview AFC North. They're currently the favorites to win the division, 11.5 wins. Cincinnati's at 9.5. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 8.5, and the Cleveland Doodle Browns 4.5. So, do you agree? Baltimore Ravens 11.5. Do you think that's too high or too low?
I think it's too low. I think that we'll probably notch. I think I could say 12-5, 13-4, assuming we stay healthy.
That's over. Then that'd be over. 11.5. It's over. They're gonna go over 11.5.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think that right now we're comprised of a team that obviously offensive pieces are still sticking together, which is very important, of course. Offensive line after losing a lot of people and having to get them a newly acclimated, they're coming back for the most part. The only person on the line we're losing is Pat McCarry, who's with the Jags now. But you got Andrew Voorhees, who's been in the system. He initially was coming this season as a starter at left guard. Roger Rosengarten is entering his second year. He had a solid rookie year. Daniel Falele is starting to thrive at right guard. Tyler Linderbaum is one of the best centers in the league. Ronnie Stanley's that guy. So, and then of course, you got the hot names. You got Lamar. You got Derrick Henry. Zay coming off a 1,000-yard season. Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews coming back. Like, so continuity offensively is great. And then defensively, this isn't a group that really had a whole bunch of holes. Obviously, you lose Brandon Stevens in free agency, which honestly, peace. And then you upgrade with Jair Alexander, get him on a cheap deal, Chidobe Awuzie. I love the addition of Malachi Starks. I'm loving it more and more as I continue to like hear about him in practice and things of that nature. So yeah, I think if healthy, this is a team that should win at least 12 games. Yeah, I don't think 11.5 is like crazy off. I don't think we're gonna go like 16-1 or anything like that. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but 12 I think is a realistic floor for us.
So next after that, the Cincinnati Bengals 9.5. What do you think? Over? Will they go
I'll
over?
say, oh gosh, if football was just played with offensive players, I would easily say over. But their defense is so bad, and I argue it got worse this offseason. And so,
well, they got my boy. They got the guy Fowler, right? What's the defensive tackle? They got a defensive tackle who said he's been really, really, really good.
What are you talking about? Dante Fowler? He went back to the Cowboys.
Not Dante Fowler. Some other guy. I have to look at. They drafted a defensive tackle, which they are in dire need of defensive tackles in Cincinnati.
I mean, BJ Hill is solid. BJ Hill is not a bad player at all. I mean, DJ Reader obviously was better, but now he's gone. I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad everywhere.
Especially with Trey Henderson still holding.
Trey Henderson, they're not gonna pay that man what he wants. So I'm seeing just trade him. Shamar Stewart, I have many thoughts about Shamar Stewart, but at least he's finally in the fold, so he can actually start working out, which is crazy that you have not been working out for this team that drafted you. Like, I get you want your money, but to not do nothing for 2-3 months is crazy to me. And also it's real crazy for somebody to be piping up like this. I don't even think he had 5 career sacks in college.
Who? Oh yeah.
Who
we talking about again?
Shamar Stewart.
I mean, I think he has something. He got something. I'm not saying he's like Malachi Stark. He ain't your boy Starks. I'm not saying that, but he got something. Like Pittsburgh, like they got Jack Sawyer. My boy Gus John. Jack Sawyer. They got him.
Look, Jack Sawyer was a dog. Yeah, I was right. He had 4.5 sacks in college. But I mean, yeah, like the potential is there. But I mean, how many times have we seen players coming out of college with so much potential? He's just so athletic and he's just so this and this and that. Get on the field in the NFL, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, just overall defensively, I feel like they got worse. And it'll definitely be worse if they end up losing Trey Hendrickson. But again, I say just trade him because you're not going to pay him.
But you say over 9.5. You think they could go over? I think they're playoff bound until further notice. Unless injuries happen.
If it was based solely on offense, I would agree. I think 9.5 is fair. I'll say 9.5 is fair. It's going to be a situation. They're going to score 38 and their defense is going to give up 42.
I think their defense will be a little bit better. You can only go so far better than what they were last year.
Who did they get?
But they can't be. You can't have back-to-back off bad seasons of defense.
Tell the Saints that. The Saints for years defense was one of the worst under Drew Brees.
I don't think it was back-to-back though. I think it was.
Yes, it was.
One year was
back-to-back terrible defenses. The Saints and then Drew Brees years when he was throwing damn near 5,000 yards. Notoriously terrible. Prior to that 2017 draft when they got Marshawn Lattimore, Alvin Kamara, Alex Anzalone, no, they were just bad.
Was that was before Bounty Gate or after?
After.
Okay, so after that's when they started putting people bounties and okay.
No. I'm saying after Bounty Gate
After.
was before that, and so all the struggles they've had came after, and it lasted for a very long time. That's why you look at the crazy numbers of Drew Brees throwing 4,500 yards and X amount of touchdowns, but they went like 8-8, 7-9, because the defense can't stop nobody.
Well, they gave up a lot. They had to give up their draft picks and forfeit a
I
lot
don't
of
want to hear it. I
stuff.
don't want to hear it.
I'm
Excuses.
not trying to give the Saints a valid. F the Saints, like because that whole bounty game. Everybody talks about Spygate, how bad Spygate was, and blah, and Deflate Gate. Bounty Gate was the worst gate of all the NFLs to me because you're targeting somebody's health, you're targeting somebody's knee, head. Like
Bounty Gate was an absolute issue, 100%. And I don't know if you ever listened to like Greg Williams, like the recordings they had of him being like, "Hey, Brett Favre, we putting 50K on whoever knock him out the game." Like
yes,
that stuff was insane.
that was crazy. I'm like coaches talking to players like that, leading men and telling them to go after somebody's health. Come on, like
It's insane. It is insane.
it's
But
crazy.
I brought up the Saints to say it can be done. You can just routinely have bad defenses in consecutive years. It happens all the time. And the Bengals feel like they're in that position, but they have a terrific offense. So
You're right. You're right. All right, let's get into this. Is gonna pain me so much. The Pittsburgh Steelers, like, because I could just see this is gonna be bad. Like, they're 8.5. I think this is under, and I think this might be Mike Tomlin's last season with the team.
If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, 9-8,
Wow,
10-7,
9-8, convincingly 9-8. Like,
if he's healthy, yeah. Like I think, and this is when I flip the script. Defensively, they should be really good.
oh, there you go. Yeah.
And so that's going to help whenever their offense goes back to being anemic, as it typically does, like they should have shorter fields to work with, or they should have more time to maneuver, get better field position and things of that nature. And so I think that's going to help the offense out a lot, especially as they're starting to continue to work on getting that chemistry. Like obviously DK Metcalf is the star of this offense and it's not even close. And so he should have a really big year. The addition of Jonnu Smith should be solid. Honestly, I know it's him and Pat Freiermuth, the tight end. Really, he'd probably be my slot receiver, if we're being honest. Caleb Johnson is an interesting addition with Jalen Warren.
I'm worried about the corners though. Jalen Ramsey and my boy Darius.
I'm not worried about the corners. I'm questioning their safeties. But corners, Joey Porter is good. Right. Darius Slay is good. I mean, this probably won't be his last year, but last year, like, it was a really solid season. Jalen Ramsey is solid. I mean, still top 15 at worst, maybe top 20.
He ain't better than Fitzpatrick. He's not.
Yeah, safety to me is a much bigger concern. But if we're talking about front seven, they're solid. Corner, they're cool. But everything beyond that, that's where I'm worried.
Mm-hmm. If we talking about Cincinnati's defense, Pittsburgh, like if they don't get no pressure,
we are not going to sit here and act like there is a world where the Bengals defense is slightly worse or on par with the Steelers defense.
Medium. I'm telling you, I don't think the Bengals. I tell you, the Bengals defense is going to be like in the middle pack, like 18, 19. Like I really do. Like I really.
Did TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Jalen Ramsey?
I'm not saying it about
did they just retire and I didn't know?
I never said Pittsburgh defense is Pittsburgh defense is top 10.
It's just the way you're trying to act like the Bengals defense. No, I will not stand for propaganda. And this is crazy. Me, of all people, championing the Steelers. But, like, no, that defense has potential to be at worst, like, top 8 in this league. They're healthy. They're going to be really good.
We'll see. And finally, the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns, 4.5. I think they're tanking. I think they should tank. I don't know if they are. I think they should tank and get Archie Manning and get Nick Saban to Cleveland next year.
Well, you know, Arch Grandpappy, Archie keeps saying Arch gonna be in Texas at 26. Said y'all kill the hype. Don't get too excited. He's not coming back.
Texas, like University of Texas or Texas?
At the University of Texas. Saying he gonna stay, which would not surprise me. Depending on how this year goes in Texas, it would not shock me if he says I want to stay. Like if they
win the
make it to the
championship.
playoffs and get bounced in the first round. I can see him. Stay.
But if they win the championship,
No, if they
then
win the championship, yeah, I'd leave. But I don't think Texas is going to win championship. At least not right now. Obviously, who knows what's going to happen over the next few months.
I think they should be the favorites. Texas. What? Why would they not be? Oh, them Ohio State. To me, you could just go ahead and book that. Like to me,
I think I right now would give the edge to Ohio State.
I would too. But them two being the championship game, why not? Like,
but again, the SEC is a dog fight. And Arch Manning, he's finally getting an opportunity to start. And when he's played, he's been solid, but it's like you're going up against the big dogs now. You don't have Quinn Ewers in front of you to cushion the ball. Like it's all
right. You got Ewers that overrated.
And y'all just lost two of the best receivers that they had, and Isaiah Bond and Matthew Golden.
Right. But as long as Alabama, I'm telling you, the downfall of Alabama is coming. Like quicker than we all think. Like it's coming. Like
but not even Bama, but you still got Georgia. You got LSU who's on the come up. Like
I've been watching
Tennessee is still gonna be a competitive. Like
I don't know. I gotta see life without Nico. I really do. Like everybody just think, oh,
that's fair, but I think we also put a lot of stock into Nico. And Nico, when you really look at it, or at least in the moment that it mattered the most, disappeared. When the world needed him most, he vanished. And even his overall season numbers weren't that amazing. Like, and this is no disrespect to Nico. I hope he does well in UCLA. If not, he's going to be a cautionary tale as to why you don't listen to folks. Like when they say, like, oh, you should try to get more money in the transfer portal. Like he's already low-key the poster boy for that. It's only going to continue.
Mm. I mean, that's fair. Like Beck went to Miami, so I mean Carson Beck. So we'll see how that goes. But
ain't nobody missing Carson Beck on Georgia's campus. I guarantee you.
I don't know. Look, I don't know who they other Georgia. We'll see. All these answers.
I saw enough of Carson Beck last year to be like, he should go. Like, how you go from being projected first round pick to like, bro, if you left, I don't even know if you'd be drafted. Like, no, it's
a bad year. Stuff happens. Offensive line stuff happens.
No, his decision making was just atrocious. But I like Miami, and I hope they do well. But not hoping.
You know this is the North Carolina year anyway. Everybody, Bill Belichick. That they're gonna be riding North Carolina till the wheels fall off.
Oh yeah, it's the way that our people was rocking for Colorado when Coach Prime just got there.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be certain people with North Carolina for sure.
They got a Monday night Labor Day game against TCU. Who cares? But it's Bill Belichick, so
yeah, it's Bill. That's why you care. That's why people care. It's Bill Belichick.
All right. So let's talk about quickly the best offensive and defensive players. Start with offense first. Top 3 most explosive offensive players in the AFC North.
The 3 J's. Jackson, as in Lamar. Joe, as in Burrow. Jamar, as in Chase. No explanation needed.
No, I agree. I wanted to throw in DK Metcalf, but we got to see. We got to DK Metcalf is nasty. Like I know Jamal
compared to Joe, Jamar, and Jackson. No.
I know Jamal Chase is that guy. I get it, but DK Metcalf is a monster. Like
I wouldn't even put DK as a better offensive player right now than Derrick Henry. Stop it. Stop it.
I love Derrick.
The man just rushed for 1,900 yards. What are you talking about? Stop it.
I love Derrick. But come
1,900 yards. Over 30.
You know how running backs get. We know.
1,900 yards. We don't live in a world, Greg.
We do live in a world. I live with Saquon. I'm not gonna. You think I expect Saquon to just go for almost 2,000?
And I'm not saying that he's gonna do it again, but I'm saying as an offensive player, as an explosive offensive player,
DK Metcalf, like he's the guy. Like you're gonna.
They're not gonna have a choice. And this is no disrespect to DK. DK is great, but again, in terms of explosiveness, right now we don't live in a world where he's a better offensive player than Derrick Henry. He's just not. He's a great player in his own right. He's second best wide receiver in the division by far.
He's the second best player. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 100%. Yes. But Derrick Henry, the gap between him, there's a gap between him and Jamar. It's not a big gap, but it's a gap. Whereas the gap between Derrick Henry and every other running back in that division It's massive.
It's massive. But Chase Brown, hey, I want to sleep on Chase Brown. Chase Brown is a beast when he is. Don't give me that look. Chase Brown is a beast. Like it's Derrick Henry, but don't like we're not gonna act like Chase Brown.
Is Chase Brown consensusly better than Jalen Warren?
Yes.
I don't know.
Jalen Warren, no. I got a pet peeve with Jalen Warren. No.
Mm-hmm.
I've had him on my fantasy team like
that's why you mad. Yep.
Yes.
But you got to think he was sharing carries with what's it called? Najee Harris. Now
okay,
Najee's
we'll see now. Oh, we'll see now.
We'll see now. But I just, and no disrespect to Chase Brown, but I just still massive gap between him and Derrick Henry. Not even a conversation. But at least with Chase Brown, he got more touches. He came in being like, okay, you're going to be the guy. And
well, they thought it was going to be Zach Moss. They thought it was going to be Zach Moss. It was like, no, it's not going to be Zach Moss. It's Chase Brown. Like
they brought in Zach Moss to be like a complimentary piece, kind of similar to the role he had in Indy, but anyway, no.
But I agree with your top three. I'm just saying, just DK is like right. DK is like right here. Sorry, like DK is coming. DK is climbing. Like,
DK will be top 5. If you would say top 5, I would put DK at 5.
Okay. All right, defensive players. Please don't put all 3 Baltimore Ravens, but
absolutely not. I'm not delusional. TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. I'll say Trey Hendrickson, assuming he's still in the division. But if not him, I'd go Kyle Hamilton.
What? Over Patrick Queen? Nah. I'd say Patrick Queen. I'll put Patrick Queen in there. That's.
Did you watch Patrick Queen last season? Also, Patrick Queen isn't better than Roquan. If I'm not putting Roquan at 3, damn sure not putting Patrick Queen at 3.
I like Patrick. Don't do that, Patrick Queen. Don't do that, Patrick Queen.
I love Patrick Queen, but he's not better than Roquan Smith. And then there's no world he's better than Roquan Smith.
It was his first getter. He was getting the getters out with y'all. Like I think he's going to break out. Like Terrell Suggs break out.
We don't live in a world that he's better than Roquan Smith.
He could break out like Terrell Suggs did. He really
can't. He already did break out. He broke out when Roquan got there. He played his best ball alongside Roquan Smith. Stop it. Like I said, if I'm not putting Roquan at 3, I'm not putting PQ at 3. And I love PQ. That's my guy. LSU man. But stop. No. Like I said, 3 is Trey Hendrickson if he stays. If not him, Kyle Hamilton.
All right. Let's do best rookie outbreak this year. Top 3. Who do you think?
Top 3 rookies. I will go Malachi Starks because I think he's going to get a lot more playing time than a lot of other rookies. Derek Hart, D tackle for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tripping. I'm overthinking it. Mason Graham, Michigan man.
Yeah.
Tackle for the Browns, yeah.
Brown.
Prior to finding out that Quinshon Judkins can't stop putting his hands on women, he definitely would have been in my top 3. But he can't, so Mason Graham takes the spot.
Mason Graham's going to be that guy. I'm thinking about drafting him because they don't have, Nick Chubb's is gone. Who was they running back for Cleveland? Who was there? I don't really know. Like it's
Jerome Ford, Dylan Sampson. They just signed somebody else too. I don't remember his name, but they just signed somebody else.
It's just going to be interesting, but I agree. Of course, Starks. I think he's going to be in the running for defensive rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
I think he's just going to be just everywhere. I want to say Shamar Stewart. I really do, but it's just the stuff coming out. I don't know. Like I want to say he could be like that. You didn't see coming guy. Especially with Trey Henderson's situation.
It's hard to say you can't see somebody coming, and he was a first-round pick. He's what, the 17th overall pick?
17th. Or 18th it's like 17, 18. I don't know.
You a first-round pick. Only 32 people can say that. And it's 250-something picks. No. If you're a first-round pick, I expect to see you coming. If I don't see you coming, that's a problem. It's a major problem.
And I want to add Jack Sawyer, like I mentioned earlier, but Caleb Johnson, the running back from Iowa for Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Caleb Johnson has a shot too. I mean, because they're still going to run the ball. As long as Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith are there, like they're definitely going to be running the ball. I realized all 3 of my guys were defensive rookies. But I mean, I think Caleb Johnson will be solid. I I'm not too high on him at the moment. It's one of those I want to see it
You want to
before
see it
I be like,
because
oh,
I don't know who's. I mean, Jalen Warren. I'm out on Jalen. Like I'm out. Like he's got to like break out.
yeah, fantasy football will do that to you.
Yeah, he did.
I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's gonna be like crazy season, but I think he'll be serviceable.
And then Najee, it's so bad. Najee Harris said, "I'm just gonna leave and go to Char." I'm out. Like
It wasn't even that he was left. They didn't want to re-sign him. He really didn't have that many prospects. The fact he had to sign a 1-year deal, Najee Harris not like that. Let's just also, he's not like that. It's not like last year's free agency when it was what Derek, Saquon, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift, Josh Jacobs when they had options.
yes,
You saw this running back free agency class. A lot of them had to wait a minute before they got signed.
that was a
And
good
most of them
running
signed
back. That was
deals.
a great running back. Ooh,
It
that was.
was, and both of our teams profited off of it. So shout out to us.
Mm-hmm.
Said running backs don't matter. Not Baltimore, Philly.
Not Baltimore, Philly. You're right. Best coaches in division. This could be the being
Should
honest.
I say who I think the best coach is right now?
Yeah, well, top three. You could do a top
I'll
three.
just rank them since it's four. I'll go Harbs, Tomlin, Stefanski, Zach Taylor.
You got Tomlin. You got Stefanski over Tomlin. Like
No, I said Tomlin too.
Tomlin. Oh,
I got Harbaugh, Tomlin, Stefanski, Taylor.
okay. I agree. Of course, I'm a flip flop Tomlin and John Harbaugh. I love John Harbaugh, and this is no slander to John Harbaugh at all. But we gotta get a ring. We gotta like solidify.
Hey, we need another one. Absolutely. Who you telling? Who you
Like,
telling? I agree. But I know that Tomlin hasn't had a losing season in his career, but it's not like it's just dominant seasons. Like he's just getting over not going like going below 500. I mean, it's just one of those, and it's not like the team hasn't had talent. He's another one. Like I feel like you got to get another ring. Like if you want to enter that upper echelon of like some of the greatest of all time, you need another ring.
you know, and I just feel sorry for Tomlin. Like this might be the nail in the coffin if they go really bad, goes really south. Like
I don't feel bad for him. He's a grown man. He helped put this roster together. He's the one who didn't want to make any adjustments, didn't want to make no changes, didn't want to get rid of offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators who should have been long gone. No, he good.
that's the Raven talking to you. I get it.
No, not even that. It's just Mike Tomlin has been here for almost 2 decades. And why is your offense look the same way for the past 5 years? And it hasn't worked. Like, come on, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So I can't feel bad for you if you're not adjusting and changing to the NFL. That's like saying you feel bad for Bill Belichick when the Patriots finally let him go when the offense was one of the worst for years.
Makes sense. It makes sense. We'll see. All right. One of my best questions: most overhyped players in the division. Whew, I can only imagine what you.
3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just do one from every team. I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers for obvious reasons. For the Ravens, I would say Jair Alexander because while he is talented, he has not been able to stay healthy. And if you can't, the best ability is availability. If you ain't available, you can't do nothing for me, which is why the Packers were willing to let him go despite having great seasons.
Wow.
For the Browns, I'm going to go. I'll say Jerry Jeudy. I don't think Jerry Jeudy's like crazy overrated, but I think he had a good year last year. But like, let's not forget the years before when he did nothing. Like, I just want to see it done on a more consistent level before I'm like, oh yeah, Jerry Jeudy like that.
Yep.
And then for the Bengals, Joe and Jamar's stock is well earned. Trey Hendrickson, like it's difficult to really find anyone who I'd say is overrated on that team. I guess T Higgins is like that. T Higgins is a 1 on 20 teams at least.
You think so?
T Higgins is a dog. Absolutely.
The tight end, my boy, the giddy guy.
Gesicki is solid.
Gesicki, yes.
I'd probably say Orlando Brown. Like, they made the move to get him last offseason for protection for Joe. And I know injuries kind of hurt him, but spoiler alert, the offensive line still wasn't good. So I think I would probably go Orlando Brown Jr. if I had to pick. They don't really have anybody who's like crazy at it. Overrated though. Overhyped.
Oh my gosh. You're right. I'm starting with Jerry Judy. You're right. Just a guy like Steve Smith said it. He just
Bought him a Jag. That's right.
a Jag. I mean, he played like it was most of last year, except for that breakout game where him and
against the Broncos.
When he just went off. Like he went off, and then like I'm the idiot that said, okay, I need another playmaker like a flex guy. Let me get Jared Judy. After that game, really quiet.
Mm-hmm. Like, and then look, ain't do much after that.
Really quiet. Like I no, Jared Judy.
Like he's solid. He's not a bad player, but it's like the hype about him being like best player or like a top 10, 15 receiver. Nah, I don't know if I put him in. No, not even. I wouldn't put him in top 20. So let's chill.
Deshaun Watson too. He could be thrown in there too. Deshaun Watson. I mean,
he's not even overhyped. Nobody talking about Deshaun. Everybody know he sucks. Topic conversation no more unless it's a bad one. No hype to be found. He's terrible.
I'll say this. Well, Zay Flowers now on your team, right? Is he still part of y'all? No.
What you mean? Say the squad.
I gotta put my boy. I gotta put him in there too. I'm sorry. Like if I had to just pick one,
I don't hear no hype about Zay outside of her.
You do.
Like, I really don't.
He's the only receiver that you would think would go off.
I mean, but yeah, he may be the leading receiver, but like I'll say this, I've never heard Zay mentioned as like one of the best receivers. Like he's the best receiver in Baltimore, but like, oh, Zay Flowers is this and he's that. Like, don't nobody be talking about our receivers. They talk about Lamar, and they talk about Derek, and they talk about our defense, but not really our receivers. They don't respect our receivers league wide, which I understand.
I mean, I also want to say this: Dillon Gabriel might be overhyped. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like,
I think Dillon Gabriel
I think Dillon Gabriel might be overhyped, and we're gonna really see. I think Shador's about to just say everybody, hey, you think this guy's better than me? Like, we're gonna see. Like,
it's so funny because kids, I have not heard anybody talk about Dillon Gabriel like in a positive way. Like even when he got drafted in the 3rd round, everyone was like, "What the hell?" Because they were like, "Why ain't you?" Now you're in the same locker room as you. Ain't nobody tripping off Dillon Gabriel. No one cares. It just so happens to be on the team. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, it's just, okay. I don't look. And then preseason, nobody cares about the stat. When it comes to Shador and Dillon,
I do. When it comes to like rookies and like competitions, I absolutely do care. Yeah, for sure.
For this specific reason, because you got to grade them off of something. You can't just say Dillon's just better than Shador. We don't know that. Like, he struggled.
Well, I mean, Shador's starting Friday night. He's starting that preseason game
tomorrow night. So we'll definitely see about that. But your Aaron Rodgers take, call me crazy, but I think he could be comeback player of the year this year. Call me crazy. He could be in a running for comeback player of the year is what I'm saying.
I mean, if he throws 30 touchdowns, 3,500 yards, yeah, absolutely. That's totally fair.
But you don't think T. Higgins should be on there, even though his health is like a major concern.
T. Higgins is a dog. Like,
he's not healthy.
Injuries, but again, on most teams, he would be wide receiver 1. What are you talking about? Like, T. Higgins is a dog. Because even with his injuries, he had 911 yards last year and 10 touchdowns. Season before had 656, 5 tutties. Year before, 1,029, 7 touchdowns. 1,091, 6 touchdowns. As a rookie, 908 yards, 6 touchdowns. No, T. Higgins is a 1 on most other teams. Realistically, he'd be a 1 on the Browns and Ravens. Before the Steelers got DK, he would be a number 1. He'd be a number 1 on 20 teams at least.
The best ability is reliability. I'm sorry. Like those are great. It's a great analogy. But he ain't never consistent. Like, I mean, when we need him the most.
I hear that, but I'll say this. In the case of like Jair Alexander played what? 6 games last year? T. Higgins has never missed that much time.
Except for that. Didn't he miss? all that last year. How many games he missed last year? 4, 5.
He didn't miss that many. He still had 911 yards and 10 touchdowns. He missed 5 games last year and 5 games the year before.
Okay. I mean,
he ain't missing like double digits.
I guess that's fair to say, but I mean, I don't know. 28 of the 32 teams, he'll be a number one. Okay.
I said 20 plus. Like, okay, lightning around this because I gotta go. He'd be number one on the Patriots. He'd be number one for the Bills, not Miami, and him and Garrett Wilson is a toss up. For the sake of conversation, they just paid Garrett, so I'll say no. So that's what
2.
Patriots, Jets, and Bills. Oh, Patriots and Bills. So that's 2. I already said Ravens and Browns. In the AFC South, he'd be number one for the Colts. He'd be number one for the Jags. He'd be
no, he wouldn't.
I don't think he'd be number one for the Texans.
Not the Jags. No, Brian Thomas. No,
he will be number one over Brian Thomas for sure.
What?
Yeah, consistency. No. I love Brian Thomas, but consistently, no. Yeah, he'd be number one over Brian Thomas. I will argue that point down. He wouldn't be number one for the Texans, and he'd be number one for the Titans.
You say he wouldn't be? He wouldn't be for the Texans.
No, Nico Collins. I couldn't take. Nico. Yeah, I told Nico over him. So right now we have 7. AFC West. He'd be number one for the Chiefs.
No.
He'd be number one for over Xavier Worthy for sure.
Rice and Rice.
Over Rashee Rice, absolutely not even a conversation. Yeah. Raiders, absolutely. Broncos,
no. Raiders with Browers, no.
Browers is a tight end.
It's still he plays.
No, number one wide receiver. Number one wide receiver, yes, definitely Raiders. So what? And then I don't think he'd be number one for the Chargers.
Is that Ladd? No.
Over Ladd. So what now? We're at 9 teams. Mm-hmm. In the AFC, I mean not AFC, so that's AFC. NFC, he'd be number one for the I wouldn't say Cowboys. I wouldn't.
Eagles, no.
Giants, Eagles, no. Commanders, no. Giants, I would say yes.
No.
And love Malik Neighbors, but again, consistency. Like Malik Neighbors had 1 year. Look, I don't believe in giving rookies all the flowers after 1 season. I got to see you do it more often.
Okay.
So that's my argument. So right now I'm at 10. NFC North, he'd be number one for the Packers.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
Over Watson.
Who's going to? Jaden Reed? Ooh, stop it. Christian Watson can't stay healthy. I don't even know if Christian Watson is playing this year.
Yeah.
So we got Packers. He wouldn't be number one for the Vikings. I think he's better than DJ Moore. I think he'd be my number one over DJ Moore.
Wow.
Because I'd go him over DJ Moore. He wouldn't be number one over Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then NFC South, I would take him over Drake London. It's not even close. For sure. Look at the numbers. And get back to me.
Okay.
I wouldn't take him over Mike Evans. I'd take him over Chris Olave. Look at the numbers. Chris Olave. Talk about somebody who can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And then Panthers, absolutely. Yeah. So we're at 15 now. Okay. And so what? I wouldn't say Rams. I would say Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
49ers, yes, and Cardinals. So I got 18 teams he'd been number one receiver for.
For Marvin Harrison?
Absolutely. It's not even, because it's not like Marvin Harrison had that impressive of a rookie year.
I'm telling Marvin Harrison about to go. You got
maybe, but okay. So I will amend my statement because I did the full teams. I think there are 18 teams in the NFL that T. Higgins will be a number one wide receiver for. That's still over half of the league.
That's fair enough. I agree with you. Finally, of course, we already know who he thinks going to
win. Ravens. Healthy Ravens, not even being biased, just comparing their roster to the rest in the division. It's not close.
And I agree with you. I think Baltimore Ravens, I think Cincinnati could be a playoff team.
I think that make the wild card.
With wild card team. But I think Baltimore, unless craziness happens, not knocking on wood, I think Baltimore does win the division. Yeah. Hands down. Anything else you would like to add? This was very, very
Two of my favorite things to talk about, wrestling and football. No, I got nothing. Just thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Look forward to, if you want to break down all the other divisions, just let me know. Love
I will, but maybe. Well, I have some other friends that are like
Oh yeah, of course.
friends of the thing that maybe Darren. That's probably my next one. The AFC West
Yeah, of
breaking
course.
it down. He loves the Broncos, so maybe
Yeah,
we'll.
that's just hey, look, I get it. Cater to the divisions. Yeah, no. But yeah, I got nothing. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah.
It's always a blast, and I look forward to talking to you again because my squad, this is one of 3 games that the Ravens gonna play starting tonight that I'm gonna watch, and I'm not gonna go crazy over. And then everything else is going to be
Mm-hmm.
stress.
Who's playing the most for y'all? Because I know Lamar's not touching a
Cooper Rush.
down.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush is y'all best.
Cooper Rush and Devin Leary probably gonna play the most.
Wow. I hope Lamar don't get hurt because Cooper Rush is gonna. Oh God.
Cooper, I will say this. It could be way worse than Cooper Rush.
It could be.
Way worse.
Yeah.
I'm obviously hoping and praying it don't come to it, but like we've had worse backup quarterbacks.
Look at ours. Look at ours. Jalen Hurst is down. It's Dory Robertson.
Dorian Thompson Robinson,
Oh
yep, and
God. Oh
dude from
God.
Stanford.
Oh God. We could have just kept Kenny Pickett. We could have, but hey, like you want to get paid. Sorry, Kenny.
Y'all ain't gonna pay him. Hell no.
You wanted to leave. All right, but
All
of course we play. I think we're gonna get a lot of Dory Robinson Thompson tonight against it.
right,
Not
100%.
looking forward to that at all. But
I mean, it's the preseason at least, so and at least it's football. You can see an Eagles back on the field.
yeah, but I'm not gonna spend 30 seconds watching this. So I'll just watch the highlights. So
I love the preseason. I'm so excited
you
for
really,
football.
I don't. I just, it's like these people that I see on TV, they're gonna be shopped. They're gonna be having another job in like another month from now.
And yes, but also no. The reason why I've seen so many players who, like, I always say, and then I have to get off.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is a textbook definition of why the preseason matters. The Seahawks that offseason just gave Matt Flynn $72 million. All signs point to him being their starting quarterback. Russell Wilson is so undeniable in the preseason as your 3rd round pick that y'all say, screw Matt Flynn. Russ, it's your job. And he held on to it for over a decade. And then Victor Cruz is another guy who, undrafted rookie, he played crazy. Damn, this Victor Cruz kid kind of good. He's great too. Like the preseason obviously doesn't matter for everybody, but it does matter.
It does. You're right. You're right. All right, you guys, that will conclude this wonderful, wonderful episode of Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. For your host, Greg Rufus, and my special guest, Raven Moore, we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out.
Throw it down, big man.